they make you uncomfortable or you panic, it's something going on in your head. Nobody can see it on your body. But you know that, oh, when I go to the office and I see this person, I sort of feel uncomfortable. I panic. I start getting anxious. That is mental health we are talking about. So anything going on in your head space that does not allow you to feel in balance with your body. It sends your mind racing. It sends some emotions through your body, and you are like, no, this is not feeling good. I'm not, and you feel uncomfortable. So it can start with irritation. It can start with anger. It can start with fear. It can start with what do you call it, panic, and all those things, and even lack of concentration. So there are different stages you can go through till we get to the place where we say, okay, maybe you need to see get medical support. But it's the day-to-day things we go through, and so we have to accept that everybody gets to that place where we get some mental health issues.
Okay, great.
Yes. So the thing is, if it's chronic, then you are always piling on and piling on and piling on. But if it comes and you have ways of balancing yourself, like you said, it's you are not always at the tipping point. When you're always at the tipping point, then it's getting to the place where your daily life is affected, your work is affected, the people in your life is affected, and then you are getting towards burnout, if I will use the word. Yeah.
Okay. So, generally, are we right to say that, like, everybody has a state of mental health, right? Just as we all have, like, a state of our physical well-being and all that. Everybody has a state of mental health. Yeah. So, Panti, would you agree with me that when we say, or someone meets you up and goes like, hey, you're having a conversation, mental health comes up. It doesn't right from there mean something negative, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's a state that we all have that, ecosystem of mental health. Right. Yeah. And I also learned that this is what actually affects you psychologically, what you feel and how you react to things and all that. It's only when it is going overboard that we say that you probably have mental health issues.
Challenges, yeah.
Mental health challenges. Yeah. Okay, all right. So please, when we say that, you hear the kids say it a lot. My mental health is at stake here. My mental health is important. And sometimes I wonder, you mental health. But it's something they say a lot.
Yeah, but don't get it wrong though. Currently things have changed a little bit. We know that the kids in the past, they were not going through a lot of mental health like that. But currently, I think their stress levels have really increased.
They put a lot of stress on themselves.
Yeah. So
they put a lot of stress on them. So nobody is giving them any mental health issues. Okay. So we've talked a little bit about it, but now I want us to start breaking it down and look at it in different settings. But because this is home affairs, we'll start with the home, right? So for you as an individual, between you and your partner, and between you and your children, and between you and your other family members, what sort of relationship would you maintain, starting with yourself and all these, groups of people that I have mentioned, for you to say that that relationship is very healthy and is not affecting your mental well-being in any way? That's why I want us to start from the home. Right. How should your relationship with yourself and all these people around you in your home feel like, look like? Then you know that, this relationship these relationships are positively impacting my mental well-being. Right. And then we will move on to the other side of the coin. What would begin to happen for you to realize that the relationship with my children is probably, getting me off with my partner and even with my family members? We want to make it very practical.
Right. So I think one of the major things that will make you realize that you are in tune with yourself and with your family or your loved ones is basically you being able to share how you feel exactly to them. So maybe during your day-to-day activities or in the morning, and you have something that is on your mind, you being able to feel comfortable and feel free to speak with them as it's supposed to be. It's one state that kind of makes you realize that I think I'm in tune with myself and my family, where there's no much mental health issues. In the sense that, there are some people that when you are speaking with, sometimes you'd have to think about it over and over, which kind of stresses you, make you feel like whatever thing that you say, you have to explain yourself. But if you are in that space where you feel you very much in tune with yourself, and you can share what you have to share, and ask for point of views from them, and they can say what they have to say, and it won't affect you that much. We can say that you are in tune with your family, and you are in that much of a connection with your family like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And also when you when you are speaking and you don't really kind of lie to yourself in a way, you don't put on a persona. So I think you were talking about you having your actual self. I would just use personality as one of them. So at home, when you're actually using your personality, but you're not putting in a persona. A persona is basically like a smaller personality that we put on to fit different situations. So when you move from maybe one space to maybe a wedding, for example, that is out of your space, you put on a particular face to fit that particular space. In the same, when you move from there to maybe a high class dinner, or like let me say like a ball or something, you put on a particular persona to fit there, right? But when you're at home, like, you feel yourself, you feel like, yeah, this is me, I can walk around, those kind of stuff. If you realize that you're at home and you feel yourself, and when you're speaking with your loved ones, it means that you are in a good space with them. But when you realize that you have to put on a persona at home, even at home, then that means there might be something going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's okay to put on like a persona when you go out.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean,
So-
you can't carry your personalities everywhere. You
Packaging
understand?
and settings.
It's okay. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of settings just to fit yourself. However, if you're overdoing it and you are always putting on a persona all the time in every space, that means probably you don't trust your actual self, you don't trust your actual personality, and that might be where the challenges come from.
I
But
mean,
it's okay
would
to
you
put on
say
persona
that
sometimes.
people don't actually know themselves? I want to find out, how do you know that this is your real self?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is actually high possibility where people do not know themselves.
Exactly.
Because a lot of things keep happening most of the time.
Uh-huh.
And the other thing too is we don't get to sit down to reflect on who we are in the course of the day. Right? There's so much noise, and there's so much movement, and there's so much activities that we don't sit down to find ourselves and find the patterns in our lives. For example, maybe if you are in tune with yourself, when I asked you this morning how you are feeling, you said you are fine, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you again. How are you actually feeling?
No, I'm actually good. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Like this morning.
Like
how I'm
now,
feeling.
yes.
Oh, I give myself like an 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
So why an 8 but not a 9?
Oh, there's more room for improvement.
So, when you go a little bit further, I ask you probably what can you do in your own part to get to 9 or something like that.
Sleep a bit
you have
more.
an answer. So you see, so we keep going on through our day, and we feel like, oh yeah, everything is okay, but just that we've not really been able to tune into ourselves. Maybe it's because sometimes you don't sleep early in the morning, or don't sleep too well, and you wake up in the morning a little bit tired. And when you are like that, this and this and this and that's what happens with your work. But because we are not in tune that much, we don't really know ourselves. But so basically, I think it's reflection, finding time with yourself, finding time to ask yourself questions. At least during the day, not all the time that you have to be on the move. Accra is busy. You can wake up at dawn and you're always on the move to like 9 p.m. what time do you spend with yourself? So I think it's your time, the leisure time that you can use to spend your time, or me time, that can help you to get to know exactly who you are. But yeah, people do not know themselves. It's true.
Yeah, and I think, look, from this conversation, I'm just realizing how things can affect your mental health without you knowing.
Yeah.
You know, on Wednesday, I was driving on the Prom Adan Road, right?
All right.
And by 5:30, those who are coming into
Yeah.
town,
Yeah.
Accra,
It's
Hey.
bad.
I saw the
It's
traffic.
mad.
The traffic. Hey,
Yeah.
like, I was so shocked.
Yeah.
And you could tell that people are coming to work, like they're coming to town, right? And I was with a colleague, and so we were thinking about, okay, you will be late, and we thought about the fact that you probably might end up spending all your, I mean, your earnings on fuel and all that. But and then we also said, look, you will just, you're not living, right? You come, you, so what time? So we went back. What time do you wake up? Maybe like 2 a.m. or 3, and quickly get ready. And depending on where you're coming from, because you will need to get to town. Now, this is on that stretch. Now, there's a lot of construction on the motorway, so when you get there, you face another traffic.
Right.
And then, I mean, once you cross the motorway, you hit the Liberation Road, that's another one for you, depending on where you are going. So you're not living. You
Right.
spend a good part of the time on the road, and then you go to work, you finish. When you're going home, same. They wake up 3 a.m. the next day. But I'm just realizing how this can really affect their mental well-being.
Yeah.
Because then you won't get to sleep, you won't get to have a social life, you're always on the edge, always on the move. And apart from it affecting your pocket, probably your output and everything, this can really affect your mental health, and it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I'll hear from Ariel, then we'll move into the specific things that are beginning to happen to you for you to realize that and how we can deal with it. Ariel.
Okay. So I'm coming to the setting in the home that makes you feel
Yes.
like you're at a safe space. One of the things people always run away from is being judged
In their homes.
in their homes or wherever you are, with
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
children, with your spouse, with your friend. Any social interaction that make you feel whatever I say I'll be judged makes you hide from who you truly are. So if the home scenario always makes you feel judged and condemned, you are not allowed to speak your truth, your mind, your lies. I don't like this. I want this. Oh, this color is nice. Anytime you share some of these things, you feel condemned and judged. And you're fair. It's like, but that is you. That starts making you feel, I don't like this space. Another thing is not feeling freedom.
So what that does to you will be then you keeping a lot of things to yourself.
Exactly. Like doctor said, you have to be able to be open and get up and say, this is how I feel this morning, honey. I'm feeling upset. I woke up and I'm worried about going to work today. I want to lie down a bit. Can you take care of the kids for me? I want to sleep another 30 minutes. If you can't come out and share this, it's because you feel you'll be judged or condemned for opening up about a need you have.
No, and the real challenge is because you can't share, then you tend to keep it in.
Yes.
You bottle it up.
Yes.
Right.
It's hurting you.
Yes.
It's affecting you.
Yes.
But then you will have to keep it.
And then you look at your partner and you feel they are not helpful. You feel they don't support you, but it's because
They
you
sound
are
like
hiding
they
something.
sound like very little things,
Yeah.
but they can actually affect you.
Yeah,
Yes,
they can.
yes,
Wow.
yes. And if you don't feel supported in that environment as well, because we all have different needs. I mean, for me, at some point, I don't want to go to the kitchen, but I love food. You know, I'm a foodie. You can see how I love food. So if I don't feel supported, if I say, oh, can you prepare contemporary stew for us to eat today? Because I'm afraid you're going to say, you're lazy. Why can't you go and cook yourself? It means I'm going to feel like I have to always show up and do everything. So when you are judged, when you feel condemned, when you don't have freedom of expression and you don't feel supported in a space, it always makes you hide who you are. And talking about either people like know themselves or not, I think 90% or 80% of people don't know themselves, like
Right.
Doctor is saying.
Yeah.
We never make time to check our patterns, why we react to what we react to, why we think
Right.
the way we think, why we feel what we are feeling. And so one of the things I do with people is always ask you, you have to know your likes and your dislikes.
Yeah.
If you don't know your likes and your dislikes, which are very simple things, and I've had sessions with people, I ask them, what is your favorite color? What do you like? And they
don't know.
they don't know. They don't
Yeah.
know. They now start trying to remember.
Yeah.
What do I like?
Yeah.
But these are crucial things. What do you like? You know, and for mental health, those are the things that you can revert to when you find yourself going off board.
Charlie, when life is always about being on the go, there's no time to like anything.
You have to know.
I mean, I feel like Accra life, we stay at work instead. It's like that's our home.
Yeah,
Charlie.
And
yeah,
then,
it takes a lot.
we go and we'll stay at home for like few. Our home is rather like the work, and this rather our home. It's like it's the other way around.
And that
Makes
is
sense.
why wellness was championed from the workspace,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we spend more hours at work than
Yeah.
we spend home.
Yeah.
So if we come there and we just let ourselves go, by the time we get home, we're already burning out, you
Right.
know. So championing wellness at the workspace is so crucial, because that's where most of our time is spent. So you get to work, like I say, you drive 6 hours to get to work. By the time you get to work, you're tired. And then you get to an environment that is also so.
Yeah.
I mean, the awareness of workplaces for people to know about their mental well-being, their health, and all those things is very, very, very important. So I recommend. I mean, I salute organizations that champion wellness at the workspace. Yeah.
This
At least you're home.
No, I
Okay.
mean, I'm actually just looking at the fact that it's a real mention, like, what do you like? And this can be, it's a very simple question. That's the who. And
Yeah.
this can be like a multi-million-dollar question for somebody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm now coming to sit down and think about,
Yeah. What do you
like,
like?
when you're ask somebody, when you feel tired, immediately, what would you need to just make you feel a little relaxed? And I mean, this can set somebody really thinking.
Yeah. Thinking. Yeah.
No, it's a problem.
Yeah,
is.
it's a whole exam for the person. A whole
It's
exam.
a problem.
No, I know.
Because you have really.
I give it people as assignments, and they come back and they still say, I
Yeah.
can't
Can't really
find it.
figure it.
I ask people your values, and they go and they come back and they can't even identify their values.
In
Yeah.
real, it's not that simple.
Yeah.
You're thinking about school fees. You're thinking about food for your children. You're thinking about accommodation. You're thinking about the basic things of life. And for a lot of people, once you're able to make these things happen, life is going.
Yeah.
What is it with what I like,
Yeah.
what I find I eat?
Yeah.
What happens. Like, you know. So now coming to really sit down and go like, oh, what do I like? What will make me happy?
Yeah.
What will make me feel relaxed? Charlie, it is not I'm just realizing that it is not a very easy and regular thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are the things that can push us to the limits, because you don't know it, but it's affecting you. The thing is affecting you. You don't know what is affecting you. So you can easily, lose your mind, not,
Right.
or lose your cool. Let me put it that way. You're not losing your mind. You can easily lose your cool over what will make you happy.
Yeah.
Charlie, and that's why you hear lots of, Charlie, anything. But you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Anything. And then people say anything. But then you do anything, and you
Hey,
still know
wahala.
that it
It's-
didn't
it's
work.
not right.
It
No,
didn't
there's
work.
something-
Something about it didn't still get me.
Yeah.
So knowing ourselves is crucial. Very, very crucial.
If we know, we will not follow our friends to everywhere.
Yeah.
We know that this wouldn't help me.
I used to
Yeah.
think I like night out, going out in the night. Those days where I was restricted, I didn't have freedom to do what I like.
Yeah.
I had a friend, she'd go out in the evening and then would be posting. I'm like, I want to go, I want to do. When I started actually becoming aware of myself and creating the
Right.
lifestyle I want, I realized, give me 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Oh, I want my daylight. I want my clouds. I want
Yeah.
to see the trees. I want to
Yeah.
see the birds.
Yeah.
I'm a daytime person. But then I thought I wanted to be the night girl as
And
well.
nocturnal.
But that's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me at all. So if you don't know yourself, you do so many things just because you are following the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, so just one last question before we move on, the two of you. So how do I access and know myself?
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you want to go first?
No,
You
you go
first.
ahead.
Okay, right, sure.
Yeah. Let's
So-
answer that one.
I think it's really about reflecting on yourself. You know, this basically it's just reflecting. Um, I mostly use this during my sessions, and I use a wheel of life. We talked about different aspects of us, right?
Okay.
I mean, your relationship with your friends, relationship with family, your finances, your physical health, exercise, spirituality, and then there's a major part which is the me time, right? Now it's the me time that will help you to know exactly who you are. But do we even find time to know that?
Yeah.
How do we realize that we need a me time?
Yeah.
That's a question. We don't even know that we should have a me time in the whole 24 hours of the day. We should have at least 30 to 1 hour that we can spend with our own self to ask questions about ourselves. How are we feeling today? How are things going today? Am I myself today? Do I have a particular thing I need to do today that I have not done it yet? Am I in the right choice of attire that I want for today? Have I eaten properly today? Have I
Yeah.
taken water today? Sometimes you can go through the whole day forgetting that you've not even eaten or taken water.
When we take food to work and bring the food back home.
Yes. You know, sometimes we carry the food in our bag. We forget that the food is in our bag, and then we carry the bag home. So you see, it's basically about we.
Could you jump? I
reflecting
agree
on-
to you.
Could you just like that?
And then when he's taking the food back home, he's thinking of what his wife will say.
I know. But yeah, so it's really about we being able to reflect, to ask ourselves more questions, and find out who exactly we are. One thing too I suggest with my clients has to do with early mornings, when you wake up in the morning, and then you don't pick your phone up, but rather try to be in the mood in the morning by trying to set a tone for yourself. Because when you pick your phone up, your day begins. The first message you see sends signals to you, and then it begins to set your day for you. Yeah, but you have to find a way to set your own day in the course of the day. Set your own tone for the day. And it's basically about you trying to reflect in the morning even before you set up. But, well, Accra life, if you are not cautious or you don't really plan too well, you might set your day all the time based on people's messages they send to you in the morning or what you hear in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a basic thing, I mean, will be when you wake up in the morning, try not to reach out to your phone. Reach
Not-
out for your phone.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not
Not yet,
reflect
yeah.
on your day, how you'd want it to go,
Yeah.
and probably ask yourself, how would it end for me to know that I have had a very good and a fruitful day?
Yeah.
When you have done that for yourself, then you can look at what other people are saying on the phone.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that if you have a very balanced mental health, then even when you have other things thrown at you, you are able to nicely adjust and fit in so that you're not totally thrown off what would have ended up being a very good day for you.
Yeah.
Right? So it also would mean that you probably can have your day planned out. You know you have to go to work, and you know that work comes with a lot of spontaneity as well. You've planned, this is what you know from the previous day, these are the things that you need to close on. You go and other things are coming up. If at the end of the day you get very confused and then you end up not achieving anything, it means that you don't have that mental capability to handle things very well. And at that point, you also would be realizing that you have challenges and probably need to speak to somebody. Okay. But I like that bit about waking up and just spending a little bit of time to look at how your day is going to pan out and have a plan and a vision for yourself. And Pansy talked about a few things. Have you even drank water today? Am I eating well? Sometimes you talk to somebody, you turn around and you go like, oh gosh, I could have said this thing better. You know, if you can keep those taps on yourself as well, it helps you to really discover yourself and know who you are. And so it's important that we factor these things we see as little things into our daily lives. Do you even exercise in any way at all? You know, yeah. Some people also waste the whole time chatting, talking about unnecessary things when you have things to do. So that balance is really very critical. Ariel.
Yes, knowing yourself. Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Well, doctor said it. Reflection is the beginning. Reflection. And for me, I'll say reflecting on your experiences, the past ones, because it's like throwing your mind back and asking, why did what Edem did?
Well, when do you do this? Like you make time.
You make time.
Go sit somewhere.
You make time.
In your room. You can't do this when you're at work, right?
So sometimes, even driving, you can use your drive time as a time of reflection.
Okay.
You are in traffic, but you don't have to get into the traffic. You can be with yourself. And it's about being aware, being intentional. One of the things that changed my life was a quote I read. It said, learn how to be alone and to like it. There's nothing more empowering than liking your own space. That was a transformative journey I took on to do things alone. That made me know I would prefer to do this instead of 2-3 people deciding what are we doing. So being alone, learning to be alone with yourself is so crucial to knowing yourself, because that is where you can make your own choice individual. Nobody is saying, anywhere, fish, chicken. You will know if I'm alone, I would go for just soup.
Turkey.
I would, I'll go for turkey. Yeah, you're the girl. So that is where it starts from, alone time. And mornings are very important time. But like we're saying, you're a family woman, you're a family man, you have children, you wake up in the morning and it's like, so maybe your downtime can be even just when you're going to bed, to reflect on your day. What were the peaks and the lows of my day? Why did these things get me like that? What would I have done to change this? How would I want tomorrow to feel? You start with an intention, and then at the end of the day, you assess, did I live by the intention? So knowing your values, your core values, and what you stand for is crucial. I tell myself I stand for kindness, I stand for peace, I stand for freedom, I stand for understanding, I stand for forgiveness. So these are the core that I live by. So you can hardly offend me.
Right.
Because my value is I stand for peace, I stand for kindness, I stand for understanding, I stand for forgiveness. If I realize I give you the understanding, the peace, the kindness, and you're abusing it, I set a boundary.
Yeah.
It's very simple when you know yourself.
Yeah.
You don't struggle too much.
Yeah.
You know your value you are living by. I know it's good to be kind, it's good to be peaceful, forgiving, and understanding, and give people freedom to be themselves. I don't want to restrict my PA and say, no, don't come here, take my bag, do this. But I expect her to know what she has to do, and she has to work within her boundaries. Yeah. But if these 4 values or 5 values I live by, I extend it to you, and you start abusing it, I set a boundary. Yeah. That doesn't mean I'll be hard at you or harsh at you, but those opportunities I will give you for you to do what will hit me will not come again. Right. So once you know yourself and you reflect on your day, you set intention, you know your values you are living the day by, it makes your world kind of centered, because not everything will throw you off. So making time to understand your core values and making an intention at the beginning of the day. Today I want to be feeling calm in the day. So at the end of the day, you can ask yourself, how calm was I today? Like Dr. Panty said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how calm was I? I say, 8. I was so calm today. What did I do? What happened? During lunch, I ate alone, or no, during lunch I was reading. You have to find the things that give you a good space.
Yeah.
And that is how you start getting to know yourself. That's how you start getting to and understand your emotions and what you are feeling. It's also one of them. Most of the time, our emotions are indication.
Right.
Your emotion is telling you something. So ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why did this feeling come to me so hard? And sometimes we don't do it, so we quickly say, it's because she did this, it's because he did that. But it comes to you sometimes because of something else that you are afraid of, you are anxious about, and so something triggers it.
Okay.
So these are the things that are very important. Know your core values, make an intention and reflect at the end of the day or reflect in the mornings, and then have your boundaries and know that you are working within your boundaries, and that will help you to understand and know yourself better.
Great. So, I mean, from these two things, Panti has spoken, Ariel has spoken, and my takeout from these two, it's learning to know yourself. I like the bit about one, you waking up and not jumping to grab your phone and start going through. Where a lot of us are guilty of that. If you can spend just about 5 minutes with yourself and look at yourself, going through the checklist that Ariel was just mentioning. Who am I? What are my core values? What do I stand for? And, reflecting on a few things. It will do you a lot of good. It will begin to make you discover the aspects of yourself that you didn't know.
Yeah.
And I like the bit also about, I believe that knowing yourself requires making time for yourself.
Yeah.
And Ariel has also said that in several ways. Reflecting and being brutally honest with yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can also do by making time for yourself, which is creating the time. If you are the type who needs 100% full concentration to be in traffic, maybe yourself is fighting in traffic. So, so the day you don't fight in traffic, then you realize that you are not feeling good. Well, but if you can't do that when you're driving, for instance, like she suggested, I think it will be good on a weekend or something. Just take yourself out somewhere. A lot of us don't know. A lot of people, especially mothers, feel very guilty when you have to even leave for just an hour or two to say that I just want to go sit somewhere with a pen and paper in hand and just think through my life. But on this show today, if you're listening, be you mommy or daddy or whoever, come on, spending 2 hours with yourself and just reflecting on your life, I don't think that you should feel guilty. You haven't done anything wrong. And when you spend that time with yourself, then you can begin to ask yourself all the questions Ariel is putting out there. She talked about boundaries. Okay, what boundaries do I need to create for myself so I don't go off? I mean, in that space, you will know the things that worry you a lot.
Yeah.
Then you begin to work on them. So 2 things. Tell yourself, I need to make time for myself. If you haven't done it before, it's a beautiful thing. You don't have to travel. You don't have to do anything. Just find somewhere quiet and make an hour or 2 for yourself and just go and sit down there and be with yourself and begin to discover who you are. That's the only time you can be very honest with yourself. Like, you can lie to the world, right? But you shouldn't lie to yourself. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the phone thing, I'm going to practice that. I am, sometimes under the guise of, I've woken up, I've finished my morning devotion, I'm picking up my phone to put down my itinerary for the day. Oh boy, you veered into places. and then you look at time and you go like, hey, time, then you get up and then, but if you will try that, I mean, whatever it is that your routine is in the morning, you wake up, you pray and all that, when you're done, just some 5 minutes without the phone and just engaging your mind for yourself, I think it will be a good thing. So me, I'm a candidate. I'm going to practice. Now let's quickly go into. I mean, if you're just joining us, you're a bit late because we've been having very practical conversations. That's what we do on Home Affairs. We won't come and sit here and tell you 10 ways of communicating with your partner. No. We're looking at very practical things that you can do to make you thrive in your homes. And we've been looking at mental health and discovering that not knowing yourself, not knowing a simple answer to, hey, what do you like, can tip you off. and I'm sure that a lot of people are looking into themselves and asking, but seriously, what do I like? What do I like? You should think about it. It's so very important to keep your mind at peace and to keep you calm and sane all the time. We're going to move into the next leg of the conversation when now I am asking my guest, Ariel, the wellness coach, and also Samuel Panti, who is a clinical psychologist. We're asking, so what are the things that you begin to notice around you, in your home, around your friends, in the office, that make you realize that, okay, when you start feeling this way, you should quickly realize that, no, your wellness is being compromised, I want us to get into that side of the conversation. But just before we get into that, reminding you that the joy of every parent is to see their children grow healthy, become more intelligent and physically fit. And to achieve this desire, every parent needs to ensure that their children are given nutritious foods that has the essential nutrients that can promote your well-being or promote their well-being. And I am recommending Vitamilk soy milk drink to you and your family. Vitamilk is made from whole grain soybean, which is a good source of plant protein, and it is enriched with omega-3, 6, and 9, and also contains all the essential nutrients that are recommended for your children's healthy and daily living. Vitamilk soy milk drink has no artificial colorants, they have no flavorings, and they have no preservatives. And they have been around for over 20 years, so they are trusted. So hey, choose the Vitamilk Champ for your children because the protein, the calcium, the omega-3, 6, and 9 in there have all proven to help your adorable children grow smarter, healthier, and stronger every day. Vitamilk also comes in its regular soy milk drink. You can have it in the energy booster with no caffeine, the choco, the banana, the strawberry, and it's usually packaged in 1 liter or 250 ml. Vitamilk is indeed a nutritious beverage that feels good anywhere, anytime. And want extra peace of mind for you and your family? If you do, then go get more in it. So from Glyco Life, a life insurance plan that truly delivers. Enjoy free e-health services, a guaranteed death benefit for your loved ones, and a permanent disability benefit that supports you through life's unexpected challenges. It's simple, secure, and just a dial away. Dial *765# now to sign up. Glyco, we cushion you for life. For close to 3 decades, one name has defined quality, style, and comfort under your feet. Crisac Floors. Ghana's leading flooring experts dealing in luxury vinyl planks, commercial roll stock, carpet tiles, rugs, pioneers in artificial grass, PVC vinyl, doormats, and all your installation accessories. Go on and locate Crisac Floors on Local Road between the Osu Cemetery and Presby Church to get the full experience. Call Crisac now on 0504 554 040. Number again is 0504 554 040 for quality flooring that speaks for itself. Chrisak, we will feel your... Oh, Chrisak, we will floor you. I like it. So when we say Chrisak, you respond, we will floor you. All right, back to my guest in the studio. Okay, not just yet. I give them another minute. And then we'll get talking about those things that make you realize you've gotten to your tipping point and what you should do.
Hello, Ohima. Eti saying.
Ayo.
Na edahin.
Me kwatade.
Edi bensa.
Krachi. Obesuja na se obehwemkwem.
Oh, na se jane de wo so eden kwan de obehwem kakra.
Anyway, me kope vitamin B de adwodwoma ko.
What a coincidence. Me so no na me koto, no na me no.
Hey bra, we de wo boa.
Oh, ahon fe minti min twa wontro.
Se wara.
Vitamilk no emu de he pa na we ni je ho.
Me pe Vitamilk banana any choco because I'm black and proud.
Hey, interesting. Me de me a regular guy oh. So wow.
When you kapao.
So wow. I can see we have something in common. Ohima, yanko ni yanko try a Vitamilk connection. Would you bo me kana metia? Anye bia se kwan down.
E kwan be.
Aha, na muni brebi. Vitamilk di fufuro bia be kambusua ne ho ye friend Vitamilk strawberry. Vitamilk feels good anywhere anytime. This advert is FDA approved.
Your world, your prosperity, your bold future.
If the people you're spending the most of your time with are not part of your value creation, forget your tools and forget your skills. You're not going anywhere.
This October, why don't you unlock the transformative power of culture and language? Get ready, it's the bold new normal. Join Lucy Quist with her renowned lineup of change makers at this year's The Bold New Normal Conference 2025, 8 a.m. on October 25th at the Enclave Gardens, East Legon, Ghana. Theme: the transformative power of culture and language, rethinking socialization for prosperity. Tickets available now. www.egotickets.com. Search The Bold New Normal or dial *713*33*45#. Platinum sponsor Margins ID Group. Sponsors MTN, Stamping Bank, Type, Media Partners, Dominion TV, Joy 99.7 FM and Sunny FM.
October welcomes you to the EcoBank Jolly News Habitat Fair 2025 at the Accra International Conference Center from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. It's time to turn your home ownership dreams into a lived reality. Whether you're breaking ground, building up, or simply finishing your space, EcoBank Jolly News Habitat Fair is designed with you in mind. The EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair is powered by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and brought to you by Drive EVGH, Drive into a Sustainable Future, and supported by Virtual Security Africa, security for all, safety and home solutions. You think of a door? We have it. Superlock Technologies Limited. You deserve the best. DPS Pipes, connecting you to life. Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited, where quality meets value. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. Bako, services Bebre. Special Gardens, memorable living. DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof experts. Door Masters, the best indoors. Lash Fortune Limited, unleashing luxury with perfection, one space at a time. LandlordAfrica.com, bringing the real estate industry to your doorstep. The Builders Market. Bathroom, get it right. Bright House Energy Limited. Let's build smarter energy together. Masters in solar installation. Syntex Tank. You're strong, you're tough. Automation Ghana. West Africa's choice for smart solution. Interplast. We make sure water reaches you. Even space. U-Bent Security. Doors, protecting lives and properties. Clifton Homes. Beautiful homes, wise investment. Western Villas, where dreams meet reality. MTN, everywhere you go. EcoBank Joint News Habitat Fair 2025. Dream it, own it, live it.
Hello, Mr. Headmaster.
Please sit. I want to discuss your child, Sarah. She is always asking questions. Questions after questions. It never stops.
Sorry, we will...
Oh, no, don't be sorry. We love her curiosity. Our world needs more curious minds. So, well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, thank you very much for staying with us. We're still on Home Affairs. I have some messages coming through. Let me see. Okay. Oh, why is this thing dancing with me? I need to find the message. It says something very interesting. It says a lot of women, most people, okay, yeah. This one says, Edem, do you know excessive financial needs can really put a man off in the bedroom? Hey, is this related to this conversation? It is, oh. I see my name there. Yeah, it is. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Excessive financial needs can put a man off in the bedroom and also affect his relationship with his spouse, children, and workmates. Can this also be described as a mental health wellness? I'm not reading that one you wrote in Ga. Most people, especially women, find themselves engaging in certain things they are really not comfortable with just to be able to get something to take care of their needs. But right after getting what they want, their mind is filled with regrets. Can this also be described as a mental unwellness? Of course, you don't want to do it, but you do it, you have regrets. It breaks your spirit. And then probably tomorrow you have to go back to doing it again because you think that's the only way out. Nah. Okay. This one says, good morning. The topic, be stable. Kojo, you have to come and help me with this thing that is dancing like this. So can you help share your mental health assessment and how it is done? Okay. That I think you would definitely have to see a specialist, you know. You have to talk to the professionals because I'm not sure you can access and diagnose yourself and say that you are on this side of the ladder. So it's important that you speak to the health experts to tell you what the challenge may be. All right. So yeah, quickly we want to go through what will make you realize that you have reached your breaking point or you're tipping off, and then what you should do. I'll start with you, Auntie.
Oh, okay. Right, sure. Well, nobody actually knows you than yourself. Yeah. I mean, sometimes maybe someone you've been with for a long time has observed you and probably can guide you to your actual self. But actually, nobody really knows you best than yourself, right? So, personally, if you realize that there's a bit of a change with your usual routine, that could be the first place to start from.
Like what?
It's
I want
the
us
awareness.
to be
Yeah, the
practical
specific
with
ones.
it.
Right. So, I'll use myself as an example. So, when I'm getting there, right, I feel a little bit numb. Yeah, I don't really feel in tune with lots of things that's happening. my, my emotions is not really in tune with what's happening. I might be in your space, I might be with you, but I'm not connecting with how you're feeling right now.
Wow.
Yeah, that is me. Right, that's one of them.
Mm.
So generally, we have the mental, the psychological ones like that. We have the physical aspect as well, which again has to do with myself. Again, if I'm getting there, I feel some pain at the back of my head. Right, there's this bone at the shoulder part. It's just round. Right, I feel the place is. I don't know how to. Emotion show me.
Okay.
So that's me.
You
getting
have a
to know.
burning sensation.
I have a
in-
burning sensation, right? And so if you feel that this, when I realized, oh no, I think I'm getting there, right?
You're getting where exactly?
Oh,
At that point
I mean,
where
like I've gotten to a point where I'm tired, I'm stressed. I need to be by myself. I need to set myself aside and then just try to find my way to refresh and come back, right?
Okay.
Yeah. The others, a major thing to has to do with cold and catarrh, which is simple. Might sound like, oh, it's not any big deal, but it's a big deal for me. Because immediately I feel like I'm getting cold or catarrh or something like that. There's a possibility that no, I think there's something not going too right for myself, right? At work, one of my bosses realized something, and her name is Dr. Funke, right? She realized something that was something I've seen, but I don't see anybody realizing it. So when I'm very hungry and I've not eaten, I confuse people's names.
Ooh.
Yes. So there were instances where we were in meetings, and then I mention somebody's name to somebody's name, right? I replace it, and then she'll pause and she'll be like, "Have you eaten?"
wow.
Fancy, I know your sickness now.
He said you're a foodie. I was smiling.
I'm a foodie.
You have no idea.
Oh, we are friends then.
Yeah, so that's big, all right. But however, generally we have you being able to realize that maybe you're getting confused with stuff.
So
You're not really deciding too properly, and your decision making is a little bit of something really tough for you. Work that should be something very simple. You are taking too much time to even complete your work, right? Your conversation with your friends, something small and you're on the edge, something small and you're angry, right? Sometimes there's an emotion that is behind the main big emotion like anger. Maybe it might be embarrassment, maybe it might be fear, maybe it might be something that you are extremely worried about. But anger is the one projecting. So when you realize that your emotions are not really tuning with yourself, or it's not too balanced, there's a possibility that there's something going on with you. Right, so I was just trying to give an example of me, myself, how it is like, and others. Yeah, it's really the example the gentleman mentioned about when you have financial issues, can it also affect your mental health?
Of
Yeah,
course.
it can. Sometimes you might realize that things are not going too well. Maybe it might be emanating from the financial issues. But if you're not in tune and get to be aware and reflect on yourself, you might not even realize that that's where it's coming from. But you might be having underperformance in the bedroom, and that might be what's going on. But it's again with you trying to tune in. So it depends. So you realize underperformance in the bedroom can be one of the things that make you realize that you have mental health challenges. You know? Yeah. So they're different. It's all about you getting to know yourself. What is working for me? What has changed about me that is making me realize that I'm having some mental health challenges.
So let me ask you,
Right.
I mean, the examples you gave, right?
Right.
For instance, the pain you feel at the back of your head,
Yeah.
confusing people's names. You mentioned one other one.
Cold, catarrh.
No, before the cold and kata.
Okay.
You mentioned one. Now, if you
The numbness.
The numbness. Okay.
If you don't pause to do anything about it,
Yeah.
what could happen?
Oh yeah, it affects my work generally. Right. It affects my communication with people. Again with the numbness, so meaning I pull myself aside. All right. Try want to be by myself. Isolate myself. Right. But generally maybe it's not isolation that I need. Right. It's something else. Maybe get to talk to someone. So I'm just using myself as an example. But when you're not able to be very much in tune with yourself and know exactly how you're feeling, if you're a teacher, it will tend to affect your connection with your students in class. If you have a work colleague in office, it could get your work colleague uncomfortable with some of the things that you say. You start projecting stuff, right? Something might be happening at home, And a headmistress will bring all the issues at home on the teachers in school. And the teachers will carry it on to the kids. Or something didn't go too well at work. Mother, father will bring the whole issues on the kids at home. So these are some of the things that happen. If you are not being able to reflect and realize that today I'm not in a good mood. Today I'm not 10 out of 10. Today I'm 8 out of 10. Or I'm 7 out of 10. I'm 6 out of 10. So meaning that I have to even be cautious, right, to know what I should do going forward. Or being able to name the emotion you are even feeling is another main thing.
Yeah.
What am I feeling today? You might say anger. As I said, anger is a bigger one. But there might be other things behind anger that's actually fueling that bigger emotion that you feel it is, or anger, right? So you're able to name it. You're able to figure out that particular emotion. It helps you to know how best you should relate to the people around you, and what you should be saying and what you should not be saying, what you should be doing and what you should not be doing, and all that.
And if you're not paying attention, like you're saying, you're not working on them, you gloss over them, you push it through. The next day it carries on, then it could become a very, very big problem.
It can be explosive. So
Good.
mostly we use the word explosive anger, which could be like in a relationship, something small. At home, mom will say something, dad will say something, or sister will say something, or sibling will say something. Instead of you to talk about it, you won't talk about it. And you keep it. Then you keep it. Then you keep it. One day it just boils up and then you explode and everyone will be shocked.
And that explosion, that's where I want us to get to.
Yeah.
That explosion can be a real explosion.
Yeah.
I mean, it could get to that point where just that once, especially in a family situation, that you explode could mean the end of the relationship.
Yeah. Getting back is sometimes quite difficult when you explode. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So, I mean, that's what we are trying to say. That if you are realizing these things, apart from the practical, his personal examples that he shared, he talked about confusion, lack of decision making. You take too long to complete otherwise very simple task that you used not to take that long to complete. You become very edgy and irritable when you realize that you are, and that's why we talked about knowing yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't make time to know yourself, you may not even see these things happening to you, and you tend to be blaming people. But just one day, you could just mess it all up, blow up. I mean, imagine this happens to your office and then you end up telling your boss off and things like that. That just might be the end of your job, you know. So it's important that we know ourselves, and that's the only way you are able to get to realize that you're getting to that point. Yes, Ariel. Thank you very much, Panti.
So because Panti gave his personal experience, let me also share how it comes for me. For me, when it starts, I get anxious. I get worried about things very quickly. I'm the sort of person, I'm not afraid. I like daring things, taking risk and all that. But when I'm going off and I know I'm reaching my breaking point, is the time I start feeling this anxiety about everything. I worry about everything. The next thing is it affects my confidence. If I'm worrying, it means my confidence level is also coming down. And then it affects my routines. I can't follow my routines anymore. I get up in the morning and the things I would do, go on my walk or exercise or do my meditation, have my ginger tea or whatever I do, the routines, I'm unable to follow my routines a day. Again, my activities become difficult to go through. So it crashes my lifestyle, my daily things I do. That's what, and then physically, I start feeling tired, fatigue. I feel fatigued. I feel like I'm tired. I'm tired about this. I'm tired about that. My breath, that kind of term comes. And a couple of years ago, I had this feeling of I'm tired. I was at a breaking point. I took time off to rest physically. And I was still saying I'm tired. And for me, when I'm saying something, I always want to check, what am I doing? What I realized in my research was we don't just get tired because of physical stress or something we get tired from social interaction, emotional interaction, too much screen time, and I realized I was tired because of a social interaction I was having with someone. It was very toxic, and because I had to always compromise my beliefs, it got me mentally so tired. I was saying I'm tired, but it wasn't a physical tiredness.
Yeah, the energy vampire.
That's the word. Energy vampire. That was it. That was what I went through. So we don't get tired only physically.
Right.
So whenever you say I'm tired, check. Where am I feeling tired? Yeah, where am I feeling tired? So now that's mine. Let me just add a few things that I picked up that can tell you also getting to the breaking point. Sometimes low self-esteem, excessive fearfulness, irritability, as Panti said, feeling helpless, things that you are able to handle. All of a sudden you feel helpless when they come up. You can't attend to them. Withdrawing from people, isolation, he mentioned that. Now, another thing that we don't pay attention is difficulty breathing. We don't focus on our breath, but when you are getting to your tipping point, some of the things you do is you're always having shallow breath. You're breathing quickly, but you are not paying. You bore. It's like Debia, you bore. Yes, you're breathing quickly.
I know that feeling. Like you want to strangle somebody.
So you are breathing quickly because you're in a hurry with life and everything and yourself. Yeah. And then one other thing that is also very funny, I've seen a few people uncontrollable crying. Bibi and foul, I said we foul. But what to be no way Susa, you know. You use it as an excuse to cry, let it out. Uncontrollable cry. Just like wait, if I'm
No. Sometimes somebody is saying something similar to yours.
Yeah.
So you capitalize on it.
And then you cry because you want to cry already.
Exactly.
Insomnia.
That's true, but funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I see people do it. I'm like, hey. And you're waiting. I will submit the agile.
Oh, what is that?
Some people will realize their sleep patterns are changing.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't pay attention. And it's because they don't know themselves. Me, I sleep well. If I go to bed, so when I go to bed and I'm not sleeping well or waking up too often, I know. So if you don't know your sleep patterns or you don't follow a proper sleep schedule, sleep routine, then you may not find it if it's happening.
Since everybody is sharing, right? If you find me in the morning and you ask, Edem, how are you? And I'm all smiles. I am well, I'm fine. It means I had a good night's sleep. I mean, opposites of you.
Yeah.
I struggle to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Hey! Sleep is wahala.
So me, I don't struggle to sleep. Yeah.
Sleep is wahala. So when I sleep and I wake up, there's a song the nursery children sing. Sometimes you find me singing it. Every little cell in my body is happy. Thank you, God. I feel so good. Every little cell in my body is one of my children will go like, Mommy, you slept. I said, yes. I mean, that's just right the way.
Yeah, so the last two I want to mention is change in appetite. Definitely your appetite drops a little.
Yeah.
Your appetite will definitely change, and then digestive issues.
Yeah, makes sense.
Change in appetite. Some people tend to eat more when they...
No, it is. You can eat more or you can eat less.
Or you can eat junk.
No, because you said it drops, no.
Yeah, your usual appetite will change. That's what I want to mean. If you're someone who eats more, maybe at that time your eating is not good. You start eating and you realize you can't finish the same food you normally would finish, or your concentration on the food is gone, so you don't enjoy the food. Yeah, so it can also be you start eating more just to get yourself engaged with something.
Yeah,
and you eat the wrong things at that time.
Eating.
That's when you want to eat chocolate, fries, and all kinds of things. You know, just
junk. Yeah,
junk. As for that one, I know a lot of people.
And then it starts affecting your digestive system and all that. So you just wake up and you realize my digestion is not working properly. It could be an indication that you're getting to breaking points. You're getting there. And like we are saying, if you don't know yourself,
then how
to know how calm you can be, how zen you can be, when these things start coming, because one may show up today and it won't show up again. Another may show up tomorrow. You know, so you need to know who you are, how you flow. Then when these things are showing once in a while, you know that no, something is not well with me. Let me step back. Let me assess myself mentally, emotionally, physically, and start balancing myself again, because it means something is tipping me off my balance.
I say, really speaking, others are coming to my head. I need
Sure.
to talk about one. One has to do with even your room.
We have just
right?
about 3 more minutes.
Yeah, we'll do that. So one in your room is one of them. Right? You realize that your room is messy. You don't really find the time to want to even
Clutter.
clean your room. It's all over. Your bed is all over. Things are on your, and you still sleep. When you realize that some of these things are happening, there's a little bit of a change in you. Maybe you're supposed to sit down, be aware of yourself, and try to make the changes. Also has to do with patterns with some ladies, especially when they are flowing or they are going through their menstrual cycle. You realize that sometime at that point, your emotions are not entirely in tune with yourself. So if you know your pattern really, really well, when you are getting there, your partner will probably know that she's there. If your partner does not know, or if your loved ones do not know,
And they'll take over.
they can take cover for you. And if some things are happening with you and you are shouting on your kids, your partner knows, so don't worry. I understand. We'll cover for you.
Yeah.
But if you do not know and your partner does not know, you can communicate with them that when I'm getting here, this is what happens. Others can manage it, but we are individual differences. All these fingers are not the same. Some it's really high. They will cry over every single thing, and they will reflect about something that happened some time ago and bring it to today, and they'll start talking about it and they start crying about it. So, knowing your pattern is another key thing that we should be able to work on.
All of this simply says that you need to know yourself.
Yeah.
It's really critical. Like, I didn't really think that was going to be the biggest takeout for me. With this conversation. But how do you know you are even getting there when you don't know what your regulars are?
Yeah.
So it's very, very, very important. People, quite a number of questions have come up, and they're all asking about like a checklist sort of. But I think that if we're asking people to actually even take time off to be by themselves and go through some of these things, it won't be bad to help with, when I eventually make that time to probably sit somewhere and talk about myself. Then what do I'll talk to myself. Where do I start from? What do I begin to do? Are there some basic things that we can, in just about a minute or two, get as a starting point for people?
Yeah. I like that people are asking how they can get support, and you can
how begin to know
themselves. Yeah. An inquiry with a therapist can help to ask you a few questions, do some assessment with you, and if we give you the worksheet and you do the assessment, you may not even be able to ask yourself the questions that will let you understand why, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm here, and how do I understand why I am here. So you need a therapist, somebody to help you to do these assessments.
No, we've talked about the reflection.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
Okay.
If you reflect and find yourself somewhere there, the first thing to ask yourself is, how did I get here? Because knowing how you got there is very important. And when you know how you got there, then you can start asking yourself, finding ways or tools and resources to rebalance.
I'm actually talking about the knowing yourself. I need to, like, for instance, we're telling us that we need to know ourselves.
Yeah.
And then, so someone decides that, today actually I've realized that my calendar is free. And so I probably want to go and sit at the beach or somewhere and just be in tune with myself.
Yeah.
I go there, some basic things that the person can begin to do that will make them realize that, so I do this. That's the thing I'm asking.
Sit in silence and just listen to yourself.
Okay.
That is it. See how you are interacting with the world. When you see someone passing, what do you say about the person? That immediately is telling you what you are doing. Yeah.
Okay.
When they bring you the menu, what do you look at first? And why did you decide we're at 300? I mean, 150. That is how you start.
Okay.
Somebody is passing your shirt at the shorts now when you move to the those and now, that dress is nice. Why is that dress nice for you? That is so. Just interact with the space, with the awareness of what is going on, the awareness, and then what you say to what you see gives you an awareness of what you are thinking and what you may like, and why should I like this? Or why didn't I like this? So it's just being silent, being open to everything, open-minded, not closed-minded, and taking in and just assessing yourself with what you are saying to what you are seeing.
Great.
Yeah.
And I would add that.
And it can be scary too sometimes. Let's not forget that.
Yeah,
it
and
can
when
be
you do
scary
that,
when you start becoming aware of who you are.
It's important.
It's
that
scary.
you do.
And that one I like to tell people right from the beginning. You may run away sometimes from seeing it, but you have to see it.
And you have to be honest with yourself when
you don't see it, who will see it? You have to
you have to see it. It's scary.
You have to be honest with yourself when you do.
Yeah.
You know, because like I mentioned earlier, you can lie to everybody, but this is you alone in your space with yourself. That's where you realize that, oh, okay, I'm actually not a very nice person. And you tell yourself that. You're always seeing, Ariel said, 2-3 people have passed. What comments did you pass about them in your head? How judgmental were you? And you ask yourself, could I have seen it from their perspective? Could it have been that they're going through something? Other than you just sitting there and being judgmental. So it's very important that you're very, very, very honest with yourself when you do that. You will be amazed at the things that you will discover. When you begin to get scared, then you can look for help. But start it on your own. But thank you very much, Ariel, the wellness coach, and thank you very much, Samuel Panti, who is a clinical psychologist. It's been a very insightful conversation. Weekend City Show is up next, but today, are you ready to unlock the transformative power of culture and language for your bold new prosperous future? Join Lucy Quist with a lineup of renowned change makers at the Bold New Normal Conference 2025 today at the Enclave Gardens, East Legon at 8 a.m. Together, let's take bold actions to create our prosperity. Get your tickets now at lucyquist.com or egotickets.com. Or you can use the short code *713 *33 *45#. For more information, email theboldnewnormal@gmail.com. And remember, it's happening today from 8 a.m. All right, thank you all very much for doing the listening. My name is Edem Knight-Tay. Thank you for staying with us. Enjoy the weekend. And please make time to know yourself. And when you know yourself, it will be very easy for you to know that the moment you are telling your children that look at your head like your father's head, you know that you know that you are getting to that point. You know, it manifests in so many ways. So it's important that you begin by knowing yourself. Take care and enjoy the weekend. To the team, thank you so much.